Welcome to Dreams, Divine Tarot, where is nothing you is not you. Welcome to Dreams, Divine Tarot.
Good morning. This is me with no makeup. Today we're talking about expectations and responsibilities, mostly to do with relationships. Now, what got me on this subject was I was watching a tarot reader last night. I'm not gonna say names. But he was on and on about, oh, you're gonna meet the love of your life and everything's gonna be perfect. But when's it ever really perfect? Be honest. You're gonna fight. You're gonna argue. There's gonna be issues. No one is perfect. Now, you might be the perfect couple in the sense that, you work well together. You rarely argue. But there's always going to be something, right? So don't sugarcoat shit. So welcome to Dreams Divine Tarot. So lovely that you are here today. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. I hope all is well. Because I worry about you. I think about you a lot. And I love you. Obviously, or I wouldn't be doing these readings for you. Got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. I do say cuss words sometimes. And I do personal readings. So if you would like one, shoot me an email. SusanVF56@gmail.com. And I will shoot you a link, or however you want to do it, or a phone number where you can call me and we can do one-on-one. We can do Messenger. And I know everybody got Facebook. We can do Facebook Messenger. We can do one-on-ones there. Hit me up. We'll figure something out. We will get you taken care of. My prices are in the description. I am cheap, but I'm thorough. You already know. If you're watching my tarot, you already know I'm pretty good at what I do. Not bragging, but all I had to do was say it. It came out. I'm good at what I do. So no worries. If you got a question, a specific question, ask it. Ask and you shall receive. Wait, am I upside down? Okay. I've got a bright light in my face. The sun and the light from the camera. I turned it around because I seem to just watch myself on the camera instead of if I do it front facing. So, yeah. I thought this would be easier, and it should be. All right. Let's get started. I've shuffled on my knife. My goodness. Shuffled about 1,000 times. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Come on through. All right. We got the 9 of Pentacles. I don't know how close I need to get. I can't see it. So it's just, we're testing. Whew. Got the 6 of Wands. Okay. The Lovers. See? All I had to do is say it. This is a decision. Or it could be love. But really we want the 2 of Cups if it's love. Alright, we got the Queen of Wands. We got the 10 of Swords. I see. And we got the Emperor. Alright, so I'm just going to say what I just heard is that you had an emperor once, or who you thought was an emperor, that ended in a huge heartbreak. I mean, you thought it was, excuse me, you thought it was beautiful. You did something, maybe you met him online. But you guys were good together. I mean, you were good together. Beautiful, actually. Seemed like he had somebody on the side, because this is on his side. And it ended in heartbreak. Maybe you were the side piece, huh? No more emperor. Wah, wah, wah. I'm sorry about that. It happens every day, especially now that everything is online. But you know, it doesn't have to be like that. Squirrel. My Cherokee name is Atuja, and it is Cherokee for a squirrel's dream. So when I see squirrels, I pay attention. There's a big reason for me. It's a sign. Everything is a sign, but that's definitely a sign for me. So you put a lot of trust in this. You fell head over heels. You gave everything to it, and that's the problem, huh? That's the problem. We got birds everywhere, and let me tell you something. You went at this with a lot of confidence, a lot of respect, but you gave, and you gave, and you gave, and you gave, because you had all this natural confidence, and yeah. It just, it's crazy how it just keeps going. The 9, 6, 4. It was so hot and heavy at first, and then it just kind of. A lot of things are, a lot of online goes like that, because you can't keep at a 10 or a 9 all the time. You just can't, like it. You can't give that much, and they definitely can't give that much, and they definitely didn't give that much. So let's find out some more about this. Yeah, there was something that was unseen. We got the moon. Something you thought. The 3 of Pentacles. You thought you were working together real nice. You wanted a balance. It's going under the Lovers. You were so happy because look, you had the moon under the 9 of Pentacles, so there was something you didn't see about this happiness you were feeling. You were elated. You were a 10, right? You got 10 10 on the board. You got 6 6 6. You got 9 9. So look up those angel numbers. The 10 is going underneath that. The Sun is going underneath that Queen of Wands, right? This is nostalgia. And yeah. And the 3 of Swords, which is broken heart. You look back on this now, and it still hurts. It's still painful. You reached out and you gave him so much love and compassion. I say him because it's the Emperor, but yeah, take it as it comes. Could be man, could be woman, could be whatever. It's just energies. You thought this was a balanced thing. You thought that you both gave equal amounts, but you started feeling like you had so much positivity. You were the vitality and the strength in this. But this Emperor did teach you a thing or two. We talked about this yesterday, and I love that it just continues on today. The Emperor taught you a lot of things. The Emperor taught you that you overgive. that you send way too much positive energy out and get so little back. So in your mind, it was a beautiful relationship when it started. We were both giving, they were so loving. I loved him back. Everything was going great. And then it wasn't. Maybe they went quiet, or you did, or you both did. But the dynamic of this is one's an avoidant and one's a chaser. Let's see what happens, though, when the chaser stops chasing and there's silence. It causes the avoidant to go within. It literally makes them go, wait, they're not reaching back out. Like, why aren't they calling me? Why? And so then there's little messages here and there, and then, so sporadic, and then eventually it just falls off and there's no closure. So it leaves you with, ouch, okay, and no closure, which makes you then think, well, maybe they'll call someday. Maybe they'll come around. Maybe one day they'll apologize. And you keep waiting for them to realize how wonderful you are. But what you need to do is go in and go, why do I attract these avoidance? Why do I feel like I gotta chase all the time? Chase this happiness. Chase this gain and this glory. Why do I feel like I need to do that? And then figure that out. And instead of manipulating, actually go in and okay, maybe it's because when I was a kid, I was avoided. And a lot of this nostalgia thing, we'll go back to that. Maybe when you were younger, you felt like you had to beg for attention, for love. You had to seek it. And let's be honest, no one should have to do that. Especially parents. Parents should, give their kids attention and love and affection and, discipline, all of that. And it should be a good balance, right? But if you're raised by narcissist parents, or one very quiet and one very vocal, and they don't agree on how they should raise you, whatever the case may be. Those are just examples that come to mind. Spirit likes to put those in my head. Whatever the case may be, that's where you got to go in and go, I forgive my parents for that. They're only human too. They're spirits in a human body, having a human experience just like I am. And I shouldn't hold that against them, and I shouldn't let it damage me. Not that you're damaged, but you know what I mean. It's like, you shouldn't let it hurt you to the point where you become the hurt person that hurts others. Because hurt people hurt people. We say it all the time. So, this is another message today on how you should work on you. Use that darkness in your past. Once you realize that it is part of your darkness, use it to create light. And what I mean by that is transmuting, like digging in, finding that spot within you that hurts. Poke at it a little bit, and then say, hey, come out, let's have a talk about this. And what can we do now to help others not go through that same? And maybe this is just speaking from experience and from someone who really likes to help others and teach others, but I'm sure that everyone here wants to help others and teach others and become whole, using their darkness and their light in the same manner and doing it for the good of mankind. Not just for the good of you, not just for the good of the other people that you may meet someday, but for everyone that you meet. Everyone that sees you. If you have a, online platform, which who doesn't these days? Do it for them. That's a lot of advice. Listen to what the Spirit has to say. Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm saying. Got hair everywhere. Everything that you've worked for is coming together. You're strong and energetic. You're ready to take on the world. And now that you've learned what happened in this relationship, you can take it to the next relationship once you've learned. Because you're going to guard yourself against that deceit and concealment. You're going to be more observant of things like that now. It's not going to happen like it happened before because you see straight through people now. That was the part of learning. That was the learning. See, that was the learning. You learned from this experience. So what did I say yesterday? I'm going to say it again today. Thank them. Cut that energetic tie. Say, I love you. Thank you for teaching me to go within and to, integrate my dark and light. Right? Only then, after you've healed, and this could take weeks, it could take months, it could take years. Okay? Let's hope not. Because you've got to accept you. And fix those things that that whole overgiving thing. Chasing. No more chasing. Slow your roll, homie. You know what I'm going to say. Spirit loves you. Spirit loves you. And God loves you. Peace out.